Hello, Dueling Book Central? Okay, so look guys, there's some new Dino support coming out in the TCG, and I absolutely have to talk about it because I'm super excited for it. Some of these cards are really awesome, some of them seem kind of mid and probably not going to see much play, but I do want to talk about them, and I also want to show you, like literally, I was so excited about this, I started theory crafting a couple of strategies with the cards. So first we'll go through the card by card, just kind of show you the new archetype, and then I want to show you how it could be used in Dinos. Alright, so we're going to start with the face of the archetype here, Transcendrake Meteoros. And I'm sorry to say, the face of the archetype seems pretty ass to me. Cannot be normal summon / set, must be special summoned by a card effect. So, you know, usually gonna summon it with pill, I'm guessing, or with its own effect. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can destroy 2 other dinosaur monsters you control and or in your hand. And if you do, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can send 1 dinosaur monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 normal monster from your graveyard into the deck, then you can special summon this card. So that last effect with a normal monster is something that a lot of the Transcendrake cards do. They'll summon themselves back by returning a normal from your graveyard to the deck. So Dinos will probably start running 1 normal, but I still don't think this card is very good. You can destroy 2 other dinos in your hand or on the field. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, if you pop 2 babies, suddenly this is really, really good. But if you don't have 2 babies, this is just gonna go minus, right? So I don't know about this. I mean, some people run Lith, and I guess it's kind of like Lithosagem for dinos, like it's a little bit better. So, you know, I'm kind of mixed on that. I think it might see play at 1, but I'm not really considering running this card. Also, like, it doesn't have like a really good effect, so you don't really want to summon this off of a pill. You know, if it's special summon, you can send 1 dinosaur monster from your deck to the graveyard. Like, I just don't really see this coming up that much. Sure, you can send like a Misk, which is nice. I'm not really feeling this one. However, what I am feeling, and this card, wow. Actually, we're going to read the spell first because it's going to make this card make a lot more sense. So, Ground Xeno. This card is the best of the 6 in my opinion. So, you know how we have 3 Fossil Dig? Well, now we have 3 Fossil Dig and Ground Xeno at 3. So once we get this card, oh my god, bro, it's just insane. Let me read it for you. Add 1 Dinosaur Tuner or Dinosaur Normal Monster from your deck to your hand, then destroy 1 card in your hand. So just to clarify, Xeno Meteoros is a level 6 tuner here. So you can add 1 Dinosaur Tuner, you can add the Meteoros, or I guess you could add like a Scrap Raptor if you wanted to go that route, but I honestly don't think that's going to be optimal at all. I think the Scrap Engine is probably going to get booted from Dinos actually after this stuff comes out. But yeah, you can banish this card from your grave, fusion summon 1 dinosaur fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. So we have the fusion monster here, Transcendrake Gigantozauler. This card requires a dinosaur monster and 1 normal monster. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 dinosaur monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Then if this card was special summoned from the graveyard, you can destroy 1 card you control or in your hand and 1 card your opponent controls. So this seems kind of okay. I feel like we are going to run it. The reason for that is because we're almost definitely going to run a normal monster for the combo with Ground Xeno, because even though we won't search a normal monster with Ground Xeno, Xeno Meteoros is going to special summon a normal monster from the deck. So let me just tell you why this card and this card are so good, okay? So Xeno Meteoros is a level 6 tuner. If a card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except dragon, dinosaur, sea serpent, and worm monsters. Worm is going to be really important here. Also, destroy 1 dinosaur monster you control or in your hand, then special summon 1 normal monster from your hand or deck. So this card here, Ground Xeno, add 1 dinosaur tuner or dinosaur normal from deck to hand, then destroy 1 card in your hand, right? So Ground Xeno plus Baby Ceresaurus in hand is going to be search out the Meteoros, then you pop the baby in your hand, then you get to special summon out the Meteoros and maybe like summon another baby from the deck with the baby effect. Then Meteoros, after his special summons, is gonna pop that baby, like, and you haven't normal summoned yet, by the way. So the plays open up like crazy. I can't wait to show you. Of course, it's gonna lock you into dinosaur, dragon, sea serpent, and worm from the extra deck, but genuinely, I think this is gonna be okay. Like, we can still summon Dolka, we can still summon Lagia, we can now summon Cheng Ying really easily, losing a bit of power in the extra deck in order to get more consistency out of dinos, I think is going to be invaluable. The way I'm looking at it right now, a really easy to do field is going to be like Dolka, Lagia, Cheng Ying, UCT, which Might not sound like the most incredible board ever, but it's really solid if it's really consistent, which this deck is going to make it consistent. I'll read the last 2 cards here. So one of the last 2 cards here is this Synchro Monster, Transcendrake Glaciosaurus, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent cannot target your dinosaur monsters special summon from the grave with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 normal monster from your grave into the deck, then you can special summon this card. So I'm gonna be honest, this card is pretty ass. It doesn't really do much of anything. I don't think this is gonna see play at all. Or maybe people will run 1 copy, not even, I really don't even think people would run 1 copy of that. And the Xyz is actually really solid. If this card with no material inflicts any battle damage to your opponent, it's going to do double damage, which is alright, that's pretty cool. 3000 attack on a rank 6 is decent too. But what's really good about it is you can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 of your banished dino monsters, special summon it. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 normal, has that effect, shuffle a normal, special summon from grave. But yo, detach a material, target 1 banished dino, special summon it. That's going to be crazy for the grind game with dinos. Now, I'm not sure how good rank 6 in general is going to be, but I definitely think you're going to be running more than 1 Meteoros, so I do think rank 6 will be achievable, but I still don't think you'll be running that many level 6s in dinos. So this card, while it is really good, I don't know how often it's going to get summoned. I think like the main meat here, like these 2 cards right here, these are the ones that are going to really change the game for dinos. Alright guys, so while I was trying to optimize a combo, my boy Amalum actually figured it all out. So not saying this is going to be the go-to, like the only way to play it or the optimal way to do it, but it is going to give you some groundwork to show you just how insane these new cards are for dinos, and they add so much consistency. So huge shout out to Amalum and shout out to Pissasoffs in the Discord for sharing this replay with me. And let's just check it out here. These cards are absolutely amazing. Ground Xeno is completely broken. Okay, so let's go. Obviously, you'll start with the Ground Xeno here, and you get to search out a a dinosaur tuner, and you pop a card in your hand. So you're going to add to your hand the Xeno Meteoros, then you get to pop the baby. So pop the baby, then baby effect is going to trigger. You get the special summon from your deck a monster, and Xeno Meteoros triggers this chain link 2 to special summon itself. Then you get to special summon out the Petite Ranodon. Afterwards, we're going to use the second effect of Xeno Meteoros. We can pop a monster on the field, well, a dinosaur specifically on the field or in the hand even, to special summon a normal monster from the deck. So we go Xeno Meteoros effect, pop the Petite. We get to special summon a Megalo Smasher from the deck, and Petite will trigger. Petite effect, we're going to summon out an Oviraptor. Oviraptor effect, we're going to search out a Misk. Then we can go Misk effect in the hand. So now our dinos are unaffected for the rest of the turn. Well, for the rest of the phase, but it's turn 1. So technically for the rest of the turn. So Misk effect in the grave, banish itself as well as baby to special summon out another baby from the deck. OV effect, we can pop the baby, bring back the Petite, then baby will trigger. Now this guy does make a misplay here and summon a Scrap Raptor. You're actually going to go for an Archosaur here. Archosaur effect is going to pop the Petite, and you get to search a double evolution pill. Then the Petite Ranodon is going to trigger in the grave since it got destroyed by a card effect, and we can special summon out the Scrap Raptor. Basically, Ground Xeno effect in the grave, you can fusion summon a dinosaur monster using monsters you control and in your hand by banishing it from the grave. So, and both effects are once per turn. So banish Ground Xeno, we get to use our Megalo Smasher as well as our Archosaur to make ourselves a copy. Where is it? Here it is. A copy of Transcendrake Gigantozowler, and this card can add a dino from the grave to the hand. So use its effect on summon to add a Petite Ranodon back to your hand. Then you're going to normal summon the Petite because we did not use our normal summon yet. We can use the effect of Scrap Raptor, pop the Petite effect in the grave, we get to special summon out a Giant Rex. Then we can use both the Giant Rex and the Scrap Raptor to make ourselves a Scrap Wyvern. That's right, Scrap Wyvern is actually in here. I didn't even realize this when I was talking about these cards. I thought this was a machine monster, but no, it's a dragon. So even under Xeno Meteoros, under the lock of only dragons, worms, dinos, and sea serpents, you can still summon Scrap Wyvern. So I think Scrap Engine is definitely going to stick around even with this new Transcendrake stuff. But yeah, so Scrap Wyvern, obviously activate the effect, bring back the Scrap Raptor, pop the Scrap Raptor, you get both the effect of the Wyvern as well as the Scrap Raptor in the grave. So you get to special summon out add to your hand a Scrap Chimera with the Raptor effect, and then from deck special summon out a Scrap Raptor. Then you have to pop a monster on the field, so you're actually going to pop the Scrap Wyvern here. Makes me sad to see, but it is what it is. And then you're going to use the Scrap Raptor as well as the Ovi to go into a Savage Dragon. You can equip the Savage Dragon with a copy of Scrap Wyvern. After that, we can normal summon the Scrap Chimera, bring back the Scrap Raptor. Using Scrap Chimera and Scrap Raptor, we can go into an Abyss Dweller, which we're going to put actually in the extra monster zone. So yeah, obviously Abyss Dweller, not that good to shotgun going first in Master Duel, but with tier limits in TCG, it only makes sense to go for an Abyss Dweller as soon as possible here. So get an Abyss Dweller on the field, use its effect, and then we're going to go double Evolution Pill. And another reason that we use its effect on turn 1 here is because that way we can get a non-dino in the grave using the Scrap Chimera as material. So banish the Scrap Chimera, banish the Giant Rex, we get to summon out the UCT from the deck, then the Giant Rex will trigger. So we can special summon out the Giant Rex from the banish pile here. Using Giant Rex as well as Xeno Meteoros, which is a tuner, we can go, like I predicted, into a... wait, no, this guy misplayed. Into, yes, a Cheng Ying. So we got Cheng Ying, Savage, Abyss Dweller, plus the Fusion and UCT. Now the Fusion, not really like an interruption or anything, so I don't think this is really the optimal board that you're going to be able to do, but it's still pretty good. And you do get this effect here, UCT effect, pop the Giganto whatever, and the Giganto Zowler does have an effect when it's destroyed, so you can shuffle one normal monster from grave into the deck, which will be obviously the one we sent here, the Megalo Smasher, and it can special summon itself, and then on summon you get to add a dino back to your hand from the grave, but also on summon, if it's summoned from the grave, you can destroy one card you control or in your hand and one card your opponent controls. So that's really good. I'm guessing they're gonna, like, you would go, you know, you would pop it with UCT when your opponent summons something to flip their stuff face down. Then this card would trigger in the grave, come back, you get to add to your hand a Petite Ranodon, then you get to do its on summon effect. Basically, pop the Petite Ranodon in your hand and a card your opponent controls, and you get to special summon out a card from your deck. You get a Pancratops on your opponent's turn from popping the Petite. So you got on your opponent's turn this insane interruption. Like, honestly, having Giganto Zowler with the UCT is so good. So yeah, this shit looks so amazing. Honestly, I'm so excited to have some new Dino support that seems really strong. So that's why I wanted to showcase it on the channel. I hope you guys like it. I mean, honestly, I would show you my combo, but it doesn't look nearly as good as this. This seems like a much better showcase of what the cards can do, and I think it can even get better than this. So for now, this is what we have. But guys, like, make sure to theory craft, figure out some new stuff. Let me know in the comments if you found some new techs with the new cards, and I am going to be getting these in real life. I know we're a Master Duel channel, but honestly, as you guys know, I fucking love dinos, and I definitely want to get the new dino support and build a very optimal dino deck. I think dinos are going to get, like, maybe not top tier, but I think they might actually get good again in TCG thanks to this stuff. So I can't wait to see what it does for them. So yeah, thank you for watching. Huge shout out to my UCT tier members. That would be Raptor, Bongerman for 20, Dad Dude Joey, WHODAMANME, Right Toast, Brett Webster, and Hit or Miss JT. Appreciate you guys a lot. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Peace.